Oh, baby. It's that time of the week. It's All-American Cup Series Thursdays. Race number 11, season number 11, and we're here in Sonoma, and I have a special treat for all of you watching here tonight. For the first time this season, maybe the first time he's done it, join me in the booth, the driver of the number 8 Budweiser car, typically the All-American Cup Series, Kyle Ether. We're not on track right now. You're in the booth with me. Why is that?
Yeah, well, we had a bit of a golf cart accident, and long story short, my shoulder is in pieces right now, so I am off the racetrack for a good time, and man, I'm excited to be up here in the booth. You're right, this is my first time up in a booth, and I think we're going to have some fun today.
We are going to have some fun today. 26 cars on track for, in my opinion, the trickiest road course you're going to find on a NASCAR schedule, especially at this time when the Gen 4s were being ran. Jared Ray Hunton on pole. Let's go ahead and get him up in the booth. Jared Ray Hunton, Rowdy and Kyle up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
All right, he's starting from the pole. No planned cautions, and an expected race control won't throw them tonight. What are we going to do to hang on to this track position?
First run, definitely going to absolutely gun it. At some point in this race, fuel strategy is going to come in, and that's going to be something to think about, trying to make this into a two-stop race.
Try to make this into a two-stop race. Starting from the pole, Jared Ray Hunt, I'm going to send you back down.
Thanks.
Send him back down. His teammate Ethan again, who sits to the other side of him, outside, inside, depends which way you look at it. To his right side in the 97, again, been putting together some really good runs as of recent. Kyle, you race with these guys. I think you've made about every race this season. How tough is it to get a good result in this field?
Oh, it's very tough. The straight the fields, man, I think the highest it's ever been, to be honest. I think Casey had said it was up at 3,700 at one point, and you really got to put together a race start to finish. I mean, you got to focus right from the rip of the green flag, and man, it's good to see Iconic on the front row today. I think that's going to be it's going to be interesting.
All righty, well, we get the field side by side by side. We got about one more corner, then it's this little left jog, and we will be racing here at Sonoma. 55 laps of the distance, right around 18 laps on a full tank of fuel. Jared Ray Hunton will lead them to green. Ethan again, Mark Whitley, Andrew Skelnick, Curtis White, Lilith Peters, your top 3 rows. We are racing at Sonoma. And already, I think some of the hardest corners on this racetrack are the first two. Uphill through the S's.
Yeah, important. Oh, 3 wide back there in the middle.
Thomas Stokes in the 91 of Dylan Rosenberg making contact. Looks
the
like
key here, get it settled out.
Go ahead.
Yep, the key here, get it settled out.
Oh,
we got Brecken in the back, yep. Rosenberg's around.
A couple of other cars were involved. Damage from the other Stephen Melnick. And by the way, guys, we're green flag racing. We're not throwing it. That's the 06 of Chris Worrell, who had a jog through that. He's a good road course driver. Mired back in traffic due to bad qualifying. And it looks like we get it about straightened down. And Jared Ray Hunton, 0.8 of a second lead over Mark Whitley. Kyle, I heard some rumblings by drivers about the 77 car making his return. He's an all-star in the All-American Cup Series, but I heard he has a little bit of a chrome horn, or maybe even a reputation to him.
Yeah, Mark, definitely All-American Hall of Famer, one of the best to do it here, but he's aggressive. He'll definitely let you know he's there and ready to make the move on you if he feels like he's faster than you. But yes, I believe his first start of the season, and so we'll see what kind of speed he has. Oh, another one off course here.
Yeah, that's is that Carolus Thiel, I believe?
I believe it is.
He's going to get it back going. And now that hairpin, big passing zone, but also a big potential wrecking zone for a lot of these guys. And it's going to be hard to keep up with a lot of the incidents that are going to be rolling in throughout this run. A couple of guys getting off tracks. This is a battle just outside the top 15. Josh Gillen headed off track. He's in the 18, trying to run down Daniel Giroux. Pass to his inside. It's a Thomas Stokes who was involved in the wreck at the top of the S's on lap 1. Closest battle on track, closest to the front. Justin Thompson making his return to the 33. What a career he's been putting together, and if he wasn't part-time, I wouldn't be surprised if he'd be leading this championship, leading the win count right now. He's in the 10th spot trying to run down Lilith Peters.
Yeah, Justin always fast at these things. Sonoma, not his best road course, but he'll definitely be up there. Yeah, he couldn't renew the iRacing subscription for a few weeks. That's where he was, unplanned break, if you will, for the last few weeks. But good to see him back out there. Always one of the another future Hall of Famer for sure here in the All-American Cup Series.
He'll get around Lilith Peters, and there's the 16 of Chris Heller starting to hound his way to the top 10. Running up on Lilith.
Like to see Chris in that 16 font there honoring the Biff this season.
On board with the Biff tribute. And with this Gen 4 car, you get all that horsepower. It's a very different driving car than any of the modern stock cars you get when it comes to the NASCAR racing you can do in iRacing. But what's going to be the challenges just navigating corners in a car you don't normally get to run? It's not going to drive like any of the IMSA or GT cars. It's not going to drive like a modern stock car. It really is its own beast.
Oh yeah, and as someone who we ran this almost the same sort of Robbie Gordon type setup the last time we were here at Sonoma, and you really got to wheel that thing around like Robbie would. He liked that thing set up loose, and you gotta wheel that thing through these corners and really watch the throttle, like you said, but not like the IMSA cars. You got to really be careful, or you're gonna get off course easy here.
Dayton Taylor in the fifth position, trying to run down Curtis White. The AMPM machine. Elijah Cole in the 6th spot. Really good run for Elijah. He's had a couple incidents in the last handful of races, but top 10 qualifying effort, trying to keep that car there throughout the race. Andrew Skelnick, probably one of your most standout rookies. Of course, 2 career wins for him this season. Nathan Jurgensen, the other standout rookies, sitting a handful of positions behind. That's the battle for the Rookie of the Year points. Casey Carrington, league owner, won last week on that number 9 Mark Martin scheme.
Oh, yeah, nice little tribute this week. Yeah, I sure wish I could have been there for Pocono. That's the home track for me. Obviously, the injury happened just a couple hours before the race last Thursday, but I feel like I'd have been up there. I was the former Pocono winner before that, so told Casey to go out there and get him for me, and he did get it done. So shout out to league owner Casey Carrington there, getting it done at Pocono.
That's awesome to hear. I think you have to tell the story now. You can't just leave everybody on a little bit of a bait there. What is the golf cart injury? What's the story? I'm getting a little tipsy right now. We're going to get a little bit more drunk as this night goes on. Was there alcohol involved with you for this accident?
Well, I don't drink. I was actually, for me, I was in the passenger now. The driver, he may have had a few Miller High Lifes, if you will. Mr. Russo, Mr. Goat himself. Yes, that's my good friend, local. He was driving. I was puffing on some 420. You know, that's my sort of deal. And so we were having a good time. We're headed down toward the 3rd hole at this place, and it's a bit of a downhill. Carts don't have governors on them. And we have a thing where we try to drift that corner down to the 3rd hole, and tire just dug in on us for this one, and I think it had been raining. There was a little rut. Thing went straight over, and I tried to brace myself, and I broke Dom's fall. That's why we see the old 47 Real American Chevy out there tonight. He kind of landed on me. I broke his fall, which probably contributed to the a little more weight, helped break my shoulder, but well, it looks like I also have a torn labrum, but we got one around here, the Extends car, Daniel Giroux, I believe. But
that's a brand new scheme for the 92. I guess he just got that made, and what a throwback it is. The story behind that paint scheme, very iconic.
Oh, it is an iconic paint scheme there. Shout out to Kevin Conway. But he'd appreciate the golf cart story, Mr. Conway. But yeah, we fractured into a couple spots. Got a torn labrum. Surgery coming next week. But tell you what, could have been a lot worse. So I'm grateful to be here and being able to do this broadcast with you. Having a good time so far. And like you said, I think we're just getting started here. I think we're just getting lit up.
Yeah, officially 2 cars out of this race. And we're watching Ethan again hound Mark Whitley for that second spot, of course, trying to get it back. He's putting together a little bit of a good longer run here as we are on lap 6, about to complete it. But it appears Carolus Thiel and Stephen Melnick are officially out of this race. And there's been some single car spins, some guys going off track, but since that very first wreck, it seemed at the top of the S's where we had some pile up. It's been pretty clean, and it's all about just hitting your braking zones and being consistent. And I mean, ooh, did you see back there Dayton Taylor really opening up?
Yeah.
That's something that you can do, put that car in pit road entry. It gives yourself just a little bit more angle on turn-in, and micro advances can run you down a position as he is running down Curtis White. Ethan again climbs the hill, starting to put pressure on Mark Whitley, who's now fallen 3.5 seconds off of Jared Ray Hutton's lead.
Yeah, and this is, I believe, got to be one of those situations where Whitley hasn't run too much with this, maybe unfamiliar with the tire wear, how you got to manage it. Starting to get run down a little bit here by these guys who've been, here every week here. Ethan's been very fast this season. He's been surprising, and obviously Dayton and Curtis, great road racers as well.
See, Ethan again, he's not as aggressive into the braking zone, but he's more consistent. And I think maybe Mark Whitley could be, like you said, wearing out those tires a little bit quicker than what we'll see out of the Again machine. And when you got the pressure of a car behind you, especially one that's all black, it can put a little bit of pep in your step, and maybe in a bad way, as he's now missing the apex of some of the corners in the S's. All of that adds up.
Seems like Mark a little more aggressive with how low he gets there through some of these corners, how aggressive he is on the curbs. See how that affects him later on in the run too. I remember last year that seemed to really make the car looser. I don't know what it was, but it seemed over the course of the run it burned the rear tires doing that, maybe hopping up and down.
It's the report for Chris Worrell. He's back going in the right direction.
That car looked like it might have had a little right front damage.
I believe it did. Now, I have a league that runs on Tuesday nights. We run the O'Reilly cars. Chris Morrell is a winner of my series, going all the way back to right around, I believe it was season 2. He won at Watkins Glen in my series, and so I'm kind of keeping an eye on him. I expect him to be a little bit better, but that's just the difference in the cars, and it looks like he's not having a good day, as obviously he occurred some sort of incident for us to jump to him. Chris Heller had some sort of incident. He's dropped a handful of positions. Now he's in the 14th spot. He was in the top 10. We have an incident report. Let's go ahead and take a look. I apologize for those that cannot see the screen. There we go. So over the top of the hill. And he's going to lose the rear end. He was running down Lilith, trying to get back into the top 10.
Lucky to get that stop before the tire wall there.
Ray Hunt now a 4-second lead. Mark Whitley has done a really good job defending against Ethan Gann. Again. And here comes Curtis White closing in. Dayton Taylor's fallen off a little bit from White. Got a little bit of a
Dayton another
three-car
one.
battle.
Yeah, Dayton another one. He's a long run. He knows how to take care of his stuff here on a road course. He's someone I think you'll see right up on these guys as the run goes on.
Jerry Flanagan around. This is the final corner of the track before we get to the true front straightaway. He's looped it. We're okay. It was running towards the rear end of the field, so one of those guys is just trying to get the race finished.
Yeah, it was just taking a look. Looks like he just maybe throttled it up a little too hard there off the corner.
At the flag stand, here comes Mark Whitley in that second position. And again, looks like in your top 5 minus Jared Ray Hutton, who's now at already a 4.5-second lead. We're pretty tight here, 2nd through 5th. We're going to see a good battle here soon. I believe it.
Yeah, I think he's fast enough to be there, but I think he's slowly going to start. Eventually, these guys are really going to start getting on him here. It looks like the group's starting to really tighten up here behind him. They're going to you can't let Jared get away. Race this year, no random cautions, so you cannot let him get away.
And what does that mean for these guys who are already 4 seconds behind Jared Ray Hutton? Do you call in the dogs and put out the fire? Because he's already gotten this massive lead. Is there any way these guys can track him back down, whether that be during a pit cycle, or can they maximize late? Is Jared burning up his tires and they can reel him back in within 8 laps before we hit our first set of green flag pit stops?
It's definitely, the times have fallen off. It looks like over a second for these fast guys anyway. So short pitting could definitely make a difference. But with the way the fuel mileage is here, if you save a lap or 2 on each side, you could maybe make this on just 2 stops. So that's another thing to think about. Is Jared pushing the pace a little too hard to be able to make a 2-stop race?
Something I did want to bring up, the only driver to attempt it tonight, Jacob Alicia, started from pit road. What does that mean? It means he decided that he wants to save the fuel everybody used on the outlap. Why is that significant? Well, if we have about 18 laps of fuel, 18 times 3, 54, you need at least 2 more. Can he save enough and maximize, again, microaggressions with the strategy, long-term result? Does Jacob Alicia set himself up? No, it probably won't go to the lead, but getting into the top 10 where he did not qualify may be the goal here.
Yeah, and I'm someone who would probably be kind of running right around Jacob if I were out there, kind of like a mid-pack, 13th to 17th, and I'd be right on. I think I'd be doing the same sort of strategy. Try to just net out maybe like a 7th or an 8th, just net out a little gain. Not something that's going to win you the race, but something that's going to get you a solid finish.
What a nice tight little battle here. So Andrew Skelnick leads this little pack. Behind him, Elijah Cole, Justin Thompson, and then Casey Garrington. Lilith Peters not far behind.
Justin
this is the back half of your top 10. They're fighting really close right now. Skelnick. He made
Skelnick
contact
blows the
with
corner.
wall. I think he bounced off the wall with his right front there, Kyle.
Oh, man. A little Austin Hill situation. Yeah, it could have been.
So Elijah Cole will take 6. Skelnick 7. Here comes Casey Carrington, Justin Thompson, Lilith Peters rounding up that top 10 Ottoman. Now here comes Carrington. Lee going to the outside of Skelnick. I don't think I see big damage with the 56. Maybe he did overdrive the corner, but I thought there might have been some slight wall contact. But now Carrington, he went to try to make a pass. It didn't work out. He got the door shut on him, and Lilith is right there with Thompson. They're going to be on top of each other here soon.
Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah, just took a look at it. Looks like he just cooked it, got on the rumble strips, and it just shot him up toward the wall. Didn't look like he hit the wall, though. So all clean for Skelnick. Battle heating up there, Justin on Lilith.
Both Peters drove into the top 10. Justin Thompson fell back out of position. He's trying to get one better. Of course, Lilith started 6th, actually. Dropped a little bit, regained. Battle going on, Dayton Taylor, Curtis White. Battle for 4th, and Dayton Taylor cruised right on around. Remember, about 2 laps ago, he was 7/10 off of Curtis, so whether Curtis made a mistake or Dayton locked in, maybe a mix of both. Taylor into P4.
Yeah, it looked like Dayton got a...
Go ahead.
Looks like Dayton got a good run off of 11 there, and Curtis just kind of let him have it. Said, I'm just going to slide him right behind you. Watch what you're doing.
Back half of this top 10, starting to get a little spread out. Justin Thompson got around Lilith Peters. Lilith Peters now in the 10th spot. Jared Ray Hutton, 4.2 second lead, right around 4 seconds as he moves his way through the S's. And we're right around 5 laps away from seeing the end of the fuel tanks. Maybe some guys will try to short pit each other as they battle for position.
It does have me wondering, Whitley has made up about a second on Jared here. Is Jared starting to save a little, maybe thinking about that fuel now?
At the same time, Mark Whitley has pulled back away from Ethan again. Remember, they were nearly on top of each other, so Mark has either found something at the end of this run, maybe saving where Ethan was pushing, or Ethan starting to fall off with Jared Ray Hutton. Either way, Mark Whitley making his return, All-American Cup Series veteran, putting together a really good run now here in the latter stages. Will he catch Jared Ray Hutton with right around 4 laps left in the tank? More than likely not, but getting close enough, maximizing pit road, and doing it again the next run is enough to put him within range to battle for that lead. It's not that big of a gap.
It's not. No, he's kept it really all top 5 there within about 7.5 seconds. They've kept it close enough where something happens, they're right in position to make a move.
Jared Ray Hutton and that purple and green caramel, that's what I meant to say. Ooh. A little drunk, making his way through lap traffic. So the leaders have officially caught the rear of the field. Dirty air could play in effect, having to lift or check up for guys that could be wrecking or just slower than you. This is where patience is tested as Jeremy
Flanagan off course.
Well, we'll just say he gave him room.
Yeah. That's likely what it was. Didn't want to be in his way there. Oh, he's blinking a little bit.
Just a little bit. Mark Whitley, look at the gap he closed in. Just because Jared Ray Hutton had to wait a little bit to get around the dirty air of, I believe, Mitchell Mark in the 28. But now Mark Whitley has to deal with the same.
Ooh, you're going to catch them in a tough spot here in the uphill S's.
Ethan again has closed in. He's right there. Be ready. If something happens, he can capitalize. Mark Whitley will wait another corner. Now he'll look to the inside, show the inside. Ethan again, hoping you get the same courtesy. He's going to have a better entry, though. Flanagan stays out of the way. Ethan again now nearly on the rear bumper of Mark Whitley as they go down through the S's. So Mark Whitley was probably hoping to catch up to Jared Ray Hutton, get stuck behind the slower cars, now has to defend the second position. Not that far behind Dayton Taylor. He was at the top of the S's. And Jared Ray Hutton gets about a 4.5 second lead back after losing nearly an entire second.
Yeah, Whitley caught him in a tough spot. Yeah, it looks like he's going to probably come up on Russo, Martin, and Ray. They're all running pretty close together, probably in a couple laps or two, so that'll be interesting. About a minute 5 back, to a minute 7 back for those guys.
Andrew Skelnick trying to work on Casey Carrington. That's for the 7th spot. Just in front of them, Elijah Cole 6th. Jason Thompson closing in from 8th after battling Lil Peters a handful of laps ago. And I think this top 10, maybe swapping 1 or 2 guys for another 2 guys that are deeper in the field that are typically better at your traditional ovals. This has been your standout top 10, and you could even extend that maybe to the top 15 because you got guys like Chris Heller, Daniel Giroux, Michael Mullins, Nathan Jurgensen back there. I think everybody that's consistently made every race this deep in the season, just a few races left, have all had shots for top 3s and wins and good finishes, and we've gotten really comfortable racing around each other. With the exception of occasional mistakes and yellows, we've had really good, clean, tight battles, and about every name you see in the top 15 can be accredited to those advancements.
Oh yeah, and especially I feel like especially compared to the last few seasons, the racing up in the top 5 to 10 in general has been very respectful this season. Usually we'd have guys really just sending it in and causing major accidents at the front of the field, and it seems like most of the accidents kind of been mid-pack toward the rear of the pack the last, at least second half of the season. So credit to those guys. I was one of the guys myself trying to clean it up out there.
Elijah Cole not having to worry about casing Carrington. Andrew Skelnick in tow. Justin Thompson not that far off. I think Carrington's ready to get around a Cole. He's running better lap times. And Elijah Cole has done a really good job at hanging on to this track position. He was 6th place when we were watching him at lap 2. So getting hound down now by guys that are a little bit quicker. Of course, Casey Carrington, 2 career wins when he won the World 300 a couple of weeks ago. He said, "You'll never know when you win again." Well, he turned around and about 2 weeks later did it at Pocono, excuse me. So it's been a really good effort out of him, and he's pushing towards a top 5 day if he could get there. But your points leader by, I don't know, shit ton, I guess we could say.
Yeah, right. Jeez, I think it's 90 plus or something. He's way up there after the win last week.
And nothing like seeing a league owner that's put in so much effort as Elijah Cole.
Here we go.
Road,
yeah, Elijah, Skelnick, Justin.
And your league owner wins the championship after putting in so much effort and working hard to get it better, especially off of all the stress that there was around the beginning of the season with all the yellows we were having and on-track issues. It's awesome to see him come around and at least get something out of a season where he still hasn't been the happiest. But Elijah Cole, Andrew Skelnick down on pit road. Hey, is that your parked car down there? Was somebody supposed to fill that
It sure
seat?
is.
They didn't show up, huh? They couldn't make the trip to California.
No, they couldn't make it out. The old let's go sponsor, the old Piss Man or the Piss Jug Man Chevrolet there. Shout out to Carrington Designs on that one, man. Put together a great paint scheme there. But yeah,
by the way, Mark
just
Whitley hit pit road. We missed it. He pit
did.
from the second spot. Ethan again and caught back up to him. So we decided to pit.
Yeah, it looks like we got
17.
more pit stops coming this time. I'm hearing it on the some people calling it out on the race chat there. But yeah, back to Casey. I'll tell you, I've raced with him. I believe I came in the league season 6, and man, he's been working hard. And what is this season? Jeez, 10, 11, 12, 11, and yeah, he has definitely worked his part. People always say, league owners, as Casey hits pit road right now, usually dominate their leagues. Casey hasn't. He's won his races here and there for sure, and he's over the years continued to get faster and faster. But this is the season where he's really put it all together, in my opinion, and looking good so far. Just looking to get another clean run tonight.
Casey Carrington on pit road alongside the 63 of Curtis White. Jared Ray Hutton still out front. We're probably going to see him this time by. There's Ethan again. Dolph Peters third, still out there. Michael Mullen still out there. Mark Whitley is your relative leader. So of the drivers that have hit pit road in the most recent pit cycle, he's the one that leads that group. So on track, he's 5th, but relatively, once we get through the pit cycle, will take the lead. Now, he will have at least a 2-lap disadvantage to Jared Ray Hutton, who now hits pit road, which I think everybody has to hit pit road at this point. Looks like the 38 having some trouble.
Some rear end damage as well. But yeah, now you'll notice Jared, Ethan, Lilith, Michael, they made it to lap 19 here before they pitted. That's going to be crucial in the fuel mileage race toward the end as well. Mark short pitting, that could affect that. You may have to make an extra stop.
And surely he has to have his own strategy. I don't think he would have some oversight on that. If it is, it might even be a crucial mistake. How much do you have to save? Remember, 18 times 3, 54. These guys making it to 19. Save a little bit on track with how you run the car based off the throttle. You could get there. I don't know if he's putting himself too much behind the 8 ball. Meanwhile, Jacob Alicia, can he get ahead of the deal? Well, now he'll enter pit road in lap 19. So he decides to stay on pit road so he doesn't burn off that lap that everybody does for the out lap, but yet he pits at the same time as Lil Peters and Jared Ray Hutton and such. So what kind of effect is this going to play on Alicia? I think he needed to go one more for the strategy to really work out, but maybe he's hoping he still leapfrogs some guys.
Yeah, I agree, though. Although he was far enough back, it is kind of lap 20 now for the leaders. So maybe he couldn't do that extra lap because of how far back he was. But I think lap 19 was the play. I think he'll be all right. I think if you can get to lap 19, that was the number.
By the way, Jared Ray Hutton, throughout his pit cycle, has outcycled Mark Whitley, so there was no pass on track. Jared Ray Hutton got out of pit road and up the speed before Mark Whitley got to him. Now, traditionally on ovals, that doesn't happen. Whoever pits first will be first at some point. But at a road course, there's just too many factors being corners, I suppose, and a long pit road. Jared Ray Hutton hangs on to the lead. And by the way, he's going to have a 3-lap tire and fuel advantage. Officially 2, maybe, over Mark Whitley.
Yeah, that's a big advantage. He did pick up, a few seconds short pitting him there, but like I said, I think the fuel, that's the key. And I think Jared's in a really good spot there. Looks like Dayton jumped up to 3rd on that cycle as well, but again, he pitted the same lap as Mark did, so we'll have to see what he's thinking on the fuel.
Yeah, so he has to worry about Ethan again, who was 3rd before the pit cycle. 2-lap advantage on again. He's just behind him. Curtis White, he put on lap 18 just in between the pair. He's in the 5th spot. Andrew Skelnick sits sixth. He's about 3 seconds off of Curtis White. Followed by Casey Carrington, Elijah Cole, Justin Thompson, and Lil Peters, rounding out your top 10. So not much has changed. We're trying to sit back and wait. Remember, we got another pit stop in the books. It's not over. It's not official. Jared Ray Hunt in 2-second lead, pulling away from Mark Whitley. Here's Dayton Taylor, followed by Ethan again. Closest battle on track, closest to the front, Casey Carrington running down Andrew Skelnick. Man, your battle on the back half of the top 10 has been some of the best we've seen all season long. Definitely the best when it comes to the road course racing.
Wow, looks like, yeah, Justin with some big damage there. I wonder what happened to him. We did see, I noticed Thomas Stokes disconnected, so he must have had a pretty major crash. He was up there in the points as well, right around the top 10.
We have an
I wonder if he got into
report.
it with
Let's take a look at it and see what it has. I'll find one here. Oh, Elijah Cole, crash report!
Oh, no.
No, we
Yep,
were just
off
talking
on-
good about him.
Oh, off on turn 2 there. A tough spot if you can't get it slowed down.
Elijah
Looks like
Cole,
he's
ninth right
all
now.
right. Not too much left side damage there from the tire wall. Definitely made contact with it.
Let's watch the replay here. This is going to happen right at the top of these S's.
It's all right through one. Yeah, a little
Oh,
too much
he's-
speed. Got loose. Yeah.
And he was downshifting a little too quickly, so you spike those
Oh.
RPMs. The car not going to be happy. That was really good, though. Typically,
would've
when you
kept
hit
it out of the
dirt-
wall.
Yeah. Typically, you're just kind of stuck sliding through there, and now he's got a little bit of a wiggle there in the car. But hangs on to the top 10.
Could have been a lot worse for sure. Oh, Worrell loose.
Chris Worrell having some issues in the Three Musketeers machine. He'll get her back going. He had an off track. Jared Ray Hunt, there he is. There's Mark Whitley. Jacobs Belicia got an incident report. I wonder if it might have just been an off track. He still doesn't really have the car underneath him. Now, typically, it'll classify to me the difference between an incident and an off track on the eye-overlay race control board. But if you really put that car there in the dirt and you go sliding, it'll give me an incident. So if we jump to somebody thinking there might be a wreck or a spin and they're kind of maybe cleaning up the tires, it's because they went for more than just an off track. They had to have slid through the dirt.
Waiting to see if somebody's going to hit the jump at any point today. Really blow turn 1.
Lil Peters, she'll get around Elijah Cole, who now dropped to 10th.
Oh, man. I just went back and looked. I think I found out what happened to Chris Heller that got him so far back as well. If we look at the Thomas Stokes incident, he got him good out in turn 11.
There
A little,
was We have a replay. Let's take a gander
Yeah.
at it for the people watching at home. So here we go. Chris Heller, 16. In front of him is Chris
Oh, Thomas
Worrell,
is
behind
very
him,
far
Thomas
back.
Stokes. Uh-oh.
oh, no.
I see
Oh,
where
yeah.
this goes wrong. Oh,
Oh.
you hate to see that. At least minimal damage for the 16. Heavy damage for the 66.
Second hit there. Hey, Chris only going to lose that one spot, actually.
Chris
Yeah,
Worrell,
it looks
by
like
the way,
Thomas
was still fighting the car.
parked it for the evening.
So
Ooh,
Josh
whoa.
Dillon, not sure what happened to him, but Jared Ray Hunt will get around him. But he's having some issues of his own. So Chris Heller still, far off the top 10.
No,
As he works
they
on
get a
Nathan
move on
Jurgensen.
Jurgensen. Yeah.
This is a battle right here for the 12th spot. Closest battle on track, closest to the front.
Now Jurgensen's been one of the faster rookies out there this season as well, but he had said that he's not the best at road courses, so not to expect to see him fighting for the win for this one. But he's got a solid run going there, running right around P10 to 15. It's a solid run at a road course.
And if you're not good at a road course, the best road course race you can have is one where I don't talk about you.
Yep.
That means that you just had a calm day. Yeah, if it's outside the top 10, it's a stout field. I'm happy to be 12th right now. Nathan Jurgensen, not making mistakes out there, just running a good race, run all the laps, finish the race, and you never know what positions you can grab.
Oh yeah, these things, and we've seen it in the past, they get hectic at the end. Guys start getting desperate dive bomb moves. And there's definitely some, well, I'll say some that make those moves up in the top 10, so that could get interesting late.
Mark Whitley put the car in the dirt at some point throughout those last few corners. The incident report popped up, and I saw Josh Dillon gain on him by nearly 2 seconds. And another issue for Mark Whitley.
Oh, Mark must have had an off track,
yes. Incident report popped up. I saw him dropping in speed. I thought he might have been spun around. No, he had to serve the slowdown.
He's still serving it. Oh, this must have been major.
Oh. We have an incident report. Let's take a look at it. See if we can find out. It had to have been a big one. Here we are at the top of the S's. I'm kind of waiting for something to happen here. He's in the dirt.
He's off there, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know where it's supposed to. It has to be right here on exit if it's anywhere. Unless if you cut a little bit of part of the S's that are coming up next, is it a massive penalty?
He had already. I wonder if he had gotten it earlier than we picked it up then, and he had just waited till the very last second to serve it.
That's the furthest we can go back in terms of 3, 5, 10-second intervals. So
yeah,
I mean, where would you pick it up? You got.
He lost. Oh, he's on pit road now. Oh, he must have something going on with that Whitley mobile.
And potentially maybe an out of the sim situation happening. He threw it into the pit box, and he's going to exit the session.
Oh,
so we don't know what happened to him, but I think we're going to have to assume it's an out of iRacing issue for Mark Whitley, making his return for the first time in a while. I don't think I've seen him this season.
Yeah, no, I believe that was his first start of the season. I believe he made a couple starts last season, but yeah, the last couple seasons he hadn't, since they switched over to the new style of Gen 4 car, he hadn't really been here as much. And he was running well tonight too, so I'll have to, maybe I'll take a look, see what happened there, see if I can find anything.
Didn't look like there was any race-ending damage on the car. Didn't look like he had wheel damage.
As I look over too, it looks like Elijah Cole just disconnected from the session as well. So
had an incident reported at Lilith Peters. There might be some left front damage on that car. Not sure if that's from the incident report that just came in, but she has lost a couple of seconds to Justin Thompson that she had previously. Still,
oh yeah, looks like Lilith and Justin Ray had some contact there, talking on the radio. Lilith apologized to him.
Casey Carrington still trying to run down Andrew Skelnick. Closest battle on track, closest to the front. And these two have been just about matched all season long. The rookie and, well, the day one veteran. If you're a series, pretty easy to count how many times you've been around. And, I mean, Andrew Skelnick being a rookie in this series, I can only imagine how tough it is to kind of just get a feel for everything that's happening around you, for the various situations of everybody's so fast. It's so hard to get in that top 10. Now imagine getting that top 5. Then imagine what you have to do in a night to get the win. Andrew Skelnick, 2 career wins, one off of immense crazy strategy at Auto Club. Nobody thought he could do it. Turned around, went to Dover, ran a great race, felt like he really earned that one. I mean, this has got to go down as one of the best rookie seasons in All-American Cup Series, was what some of the other guys were telling me. Not many people could come in on their first try and have such success.
Yeah, definitely the best rookie season since I've come in and since I was here in season 6. I remember when Stephen Miles was a rookie, he finished 5th or 6th in points, had a great rookie season, but didn't win any races. So Skelnick for sure sends
Josh Dillon off track.
Yeah, off course a little there.
He'll stay out of the way.
Definitely the best rookie season in at least the last 6 or 7 seasons here. So he's certainly earned this one, and he's, like you said, really picked it up quick.
Doing a really good job at defending against Casey Carrington. Obviously, both guys have their strong suits right now at this track. It seems like the second half of Sonoma is better for Skelnick. First half, Casey Carrington runs him down for those changes in elevation. A little bit better through the hairpin for Carrington.
Oh my goodness.
What happened?
Oh no. Well, it appears I see why Mark had to bring it to pit road. He got into quite an incident with Jeremy Flanagan. Looks like back on lap 25, that tore the whole front end off of his car. So that, but
So
then
we just didn't see it. Okay.
We just didn't see it. Yep. Looks like iRacing kind of put the bumper back on, but the car wasn't right. And that's probably why he brought it to pit road.
Unfortunate day for him. I think he was really hoping for a good night. His first race back, of course, running second. Be cut short. Andrew Skelnick. This is where he begins to pull away from Casey Carrington.
And Casey, I know Casey inside the mind of a Mr. Carrington, always thinking about fuel mileage. So how he races is always going to be in a situation where there's no cautions, and he knows there won't be. Make sure he's going to keep an eye on his fuel.
The pair not far off of Curtis White, who begins to go uphill through the S's. Curtis White in the 4th spot. We're within about another 4 or 5 laps from pit window opening. The guys that pit the earliest will hit pit road probably right around 34. At the latest, for some of those drivers, 37.
Definitely be interesting to see what lap guys like Dayton and Andrew and Justin pit, who pitted on lap 17. See how far they can get here.
Chris Heller, who's been running behind Nathan Jurgensen since his incident, has been working on him. This is the closest battle, closest to the front. Heller on Jurgensen. Heller a little loose there, had to catch that car. And I'm going to let you take care of this battle. If something happens, I got to down a shooter.
You got it, buddy. Heller continues to work on Jurgensen. This is 410th. This is for a top 10 spot. I'll take you through the field a little bit while he's gone position wise. We got a Justin Ray Hutton. Oh, look at that. He knew it. Leading the race. Look at Dayton Taylor in P2. At about 5.5 seconds back here. And Ethan Agon sitting P3, still in a great spot. Curtis White in P4. Again, all these guys gained an extra position when Whitley dropped out. Skelnick up in P5 there in the Duckmobile. The league owner, Casey Carrington, about 6 seconds back in P6. And that's going to be, all the way back about 30 seconds back to Justin Thompson returning after he found the funding to return. Lilith Peters in the Matt Kenseth throwback there, holding on to a top 10 position. And the iRacing Mobile, or actually I think it's the Delta Mobile, Michael Mullen in 64. And then back to that battle for P10 there. Looks like Jurgensen pulling away from Christopher Heller a little bit here. They run 10th and 11th. Kind of like I said, right about where Heller would run in these things, right about where I'd be running. Chris Varell, the new paint scheme this week there, running P12, looking good in it. Another new paint scheme, Daniel Giroux, about a minute 5 back, P13, trying to hold on to that lead lap. Without that random caution, guys are starting to fall back into these clutches. Jacob Elysia, remember started from pit road, running 14th right now. Again, he's going to be one of those guys to watch with the fuel mileage. And Dylan Rosenberg here in P15, last car on the lead lap right now.
And I'll round out
Miller
the top
Mobile.
15.
Yeah.
So Jared Ray Hunton, 6 seconds ahead of Taylor. See that shot's already kicking in, that shooter. And all right, lap 32. So like I said, we're just a few laps away to watch the beginning of the next pit cycle. Josh Dillon, he is the first car 1 lap down. Now that doesn't matter in terms of yellows coming out, but man, every so often I look over to the incident board and he'll pop up and pop up. He's just fighting hard, but running 16th, the car's not destroyed. I don't think you can really complain. But Jeremy Flanagan, 7 laps down, he might be doing us some complaining. He's having a hard time.
Yeah, he got hit. Oh, I can't believe that car's still on the racetrack. He got airborne. when Mark hit him. I mean, that was one of the harder wrecks I've ever seen at Sonoma. Can't believe he's still out there, to be honest with you.
Well, 7 laps down, he might have snuck in there to fix some damage. Only, 7 down at Sonoma's quite a bit of time.
It is. Same with Craig. I wonder how Craig got 7 down.
He's trying to run every race. He's trying to run every lap here, and that's what matters. He could have quit a while ago, but I think he wants to leave this race as we're just about halfway through it. He wants to leave this race better than how he started, and all that is going to mean is he needs to have more laps. He needs to have more reps.
And I'll tell you what, everybody who drops out here, he's up to 21st. One more, he gets the top 20 here. So you just keep it rolling on the racetrack. You're going to get a solid finish at these road courses. Guys go off track and, they hit those walls hard, and that's it.
Jared Ray Hunton on the move. He just put Dylan Rosenberg 1 lap down. Up next in front of him, Jacob Alicia in the 7.
Speaking of some damage, the GOAT, Dominic Russo, hit pit road, looks like about 3 laps ago, and he's still on pit road.
Dayton Taylor is also on pit road, the first of your leaders to roll.
So this tells me
there.
lap 33 of 55, he cannot make it. He will make another pit stop.
And that's going to be pretty devastating. And you tell me, Kyle, I mean, if you were out there, you'd be a driver having to think about fuel mileage in the back of your head. Maybe you got teammates to bounce off of, but really you're responsible for yourself. Is that something you should have been thinking about when you started this race? How do you end up short? Were you just too much on the throttle, yet not quick enough to be up front? I mean, what's the deal there as Jared Ray Hunton puts Jacob Alicia lap down?
So I feel like for Dayton, he felt like that was one of those situations where he knows Jared is on the lap 19 strategy. He didn't feel like he could go up and get him. So he said, hey, let me get 4 tires here. Maybe I can run a little harder, come back, do it again. Tires seem to be mattering. It looks like from what I've saw, there's a couple seconds of fall off. So I guess, and Jared probably going to still have to save a lap at some point. It's one of those situations where, hey, I'm going to finish 3rd. If I do this, hey, maybe I'm going to finish 4th or 5th. It was definitely a call to try to win the race. I think he felt like he went too hard early. And I feel like all those lap 17 guys kind of in a tough spot here. Oh, Mitchell Markoff course again.
Yep. And now officially, everybody on the lead lap, there's a lot of separation. Nobody's close to each other on track. The closest battle, I was about to say Andrew Skelnick hits pit road.
Yep.
These 2 cars right here are probably the closest in between. Well, never mind, we got more cars hit pit road. So there goes Justin Thompson. So the leaderboard is going to start to fluctuate. But the point I was trying to make, everybody on the lead lap had more than 2 seconds between the car they were either in front of or behind. We really got spread out there. What are you going to do for maybe your final pit stop for some of these guys to maximize on-track position? You see Justin Thompson pulls it into his box.
Yeah, I think for definitely if I'm like a Jacob, obviously, or I'd say Dylan should try it too. Definitely try to do this on just one more stop, because in the end, it could net you a spot or 2 for those guys who, say like a Chris Heller pitted on lap 17 as well, who may have to make an extra stop. The guys who are on pit road right now, still over 20 to go, I think they're going to have to make another stop. So if you could just keep it running, keep it on track, and only have to make that one more stop, could net you a few spots.
Look at this guy getting some starting points, huh? Getting that starting money.
There we are.
How'd you get from your car all the way back up into the tower? That was pretty quick. You have to push the car out to grid to get the points, but then you were able to run back up here. I mean, I guess you are still in your race suit from the bottoms down, so I guess I shouldn't judge too hard, but
crazy enough, I got back into a golf cart and they rushed me up over to the
Did you get some PTSD
the building.
when you got in that golf cart?
Oh man, they were rushing me. They were rushing me over so quick. I did. I almost I was scared. We're high as it is. I thought we were going over, just taking some of the corners too fast, but they got me here quick.
Dominic Russo wasn't driving, huh?
Oh yeah, that was a good shot there at him and parking it in front of me on pit road with some looked like heavy front end damage. So unfortunately, it looks like his day could be over. I have to maybe take a look at what happened there, but hopefully the golf cart was not damaged. I will say that. So this car tonight has more damage than that golf cart.
You were able to return the golf cart, and you're just getting like having a sling on your arm. Like, what happened? You're like, my driver's pretty heavy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, when quote unquote.
But when we brought it back, I tried to, look the best I could. You know, the arm was probably dangling a little bit, but I was just like, I waved with the left arm, and he took care of bringing the cart back, and I just kind of stood at the car and waited to get the hell out of there.
Jeez.
And then we went to the old emergency room as Casey Carrington hits pit road here, lap 36. So he's in a good spot. 19 to go here. He's in a very good spot.
You can also short pit some of the guys he was battling. Remember, he was just hounding Nathan Jurgensen. Maybe he can out-cycle him here because he is good to the end. But Jacob Alicia attempted the strategy, and I will admit, it was under my influence. I joined his call, and I said, hey, if you don't qualify good, try this. And he goes, you know what, Noah? If I don't qualify around top 10, I just might try it. Now, remember, he had some off tracks, probably had an incident or two to take him out. I told him you just got to be clean and smooth on track. Now, easier than said than done, especially at this road course. But is there a chance he could still get into this top 10? I'm not sure, but maybe.
I think so. I think it's definitely going to be close, because I think there's a couple guys in the top 10 still that something's going to happen. There's some aggressive guys up there, and it still is the leader. Jared Ray Hutton hits pit road here, lap 37. I still think there's a couple guys like Dayton and maybe Skelnick and a couple others who are going to have to pit another time. So depending on how far back he is, he could jump those guys.
Jared Ray Hutton, nice and smooth down pit road into his box. He doesn't need to push it. Again, over a 4-second lead. And what a race he's put together. And I think some of these guys who felt like they had enough speed to go up there and compete are going to wish they were a little bit more aggressive at the beginning of the run. Sometimes in your mind you go, hey, let the fast guy pull out in front of me. He's got to burn up those tires. I'll get him back later. Well, you let a guy get such a big gap, and you have to battle the dudes behind you. It doesn't work out for you. We're learning it over in my Series on Tuesday nights. We got a kid who finds his way around us pretty well at the 1.5 miles. But if you let him get to the lead, you're not going to make a mistake. He kind of just drives away. But, Andrew Skelnick, crash report. Forget what I was saying. Andrew Skelnick, pit on lap 34, trying to get back up to speed. Oh, no, top of the yeses. Let's take a look at what happened.
I don't see any damage. Wonder if it's kind of the same thing as last time, just overshot it a little.
You think you remember that, huh? We're about to get some deja vu right here.
Ooh,
no, but it happened
you know
sooner.
What? I think he saw Curtis White come off pit road. It maybe scared him a little bit.
Let's go on board.
I've had that happen.
No, he downshifted.
Oh no, he just downshifted. Yeah.
Oh, unfortunate.
Wow.
I think that might have scared Curtis White more.
Yeah, it might have.
Ethan again on pit road. Pit from the lead. Got around Jared Ray Hutton. And Jared Ray Hutton will go by.
Another thing with Hutton, he got out to that big lead. I thought he was maybe pushing it too hard, but again, he's pitted in the second group, really. He should be good to go to the end without another stop. So I think he did a really good job saving his stuff and being fast.
So Dayton Taylor, he pit lap 33, 4 laps before Jared Ray Hutton. The gap right now on track, 2 seconds. But you're not so confident Dayton can make it to the end on fuel. More than likely have to pit again.
And based on the lap times he's putting down, he's running it very hard to try to catch Jared here. So he's definitely not saving any fuel.
Jared Ray Hutton still pulling away. Ethan again. Pit exit, 2-lap tire and fuel advantage to Jared Ray Hutton, but just about 8.5 seconds back. Man, Jared Ray, this is one of the ways they say that old-fashioned ass whooping.
So far, yeah, I believe he's led every lap. I'm not sure about the pit cycles, but he's led every lap outside the pit cycles.
Every competitive lap that he can run.
Yeah. Just dominating this thing so far today, and he's always been good at the road courses. Seems to have some sort of bad luck to keep him out of victory lane. So right now, just got 16 more laps in a great spot. Like I said, I think he's good on fuel. Just got to keep it clean, keep it on track.
16 laps to go in this race. We've completed 39. We're on lap 40 as of the nose of Jared Ray Hutton. And it's been a really entertaining race. Yeah, we haven't had a crazy battle for the lead, but we've had some nice on-track battles. You can see Chris Worrell concedes that entry there for Jared Ray Hutton. This is about what you could want out of a road course race. We're not seeing a lot of wrecks and accidents, and yeah, we've had a couple of guys in the top 10 maybe get into an incident or get wrecked out, like Whitley. But overall, I mean, I think this is better than how Mexico went for you guys. And I was told that it was a good thing I wasn't able to make it to that race because it's not what you guys wanted to see.
I'll tell you. Oh, we got Jared Race stopping there. I think he's just letting guys by. But now Mexico was going really well, I felt like. But then, we did the random caution, and on the restart, oh man, did all hell break loose on that thing. Had a couple cloggers that had to bring out another caution, and I think that's kind of what led into no cautions for this one. They said, hey, let's see what happens if we don't have a caution. Let's let it play out. And so interesting. This is, I think, the first time we did 2 road courses in a season, so first opportunity to kind of mess around and try something like that.
2 very different road courses as well. Sonoma, it's naturally more hotter here because you're in California. I mean, when NASCAR goes here, most people think all of this is just sand. They think it's hot. Go look at pictures at Sonoma during the nice time of spring or typical Midwest
right now.
weather of winter. It's fucking beautiful. You can convince yourself you're at Road America, just no trees. We just go here when it's the hottest time of the year. The track temp right now is 120 degrees. I got to imagine that we turn it down just a little bit league side. It's still hot. It's very challenging. You got to race the track almost the same way people describe Darlington on those hot summer nights there. You got to race the track before you can race the guys around you. This is a driver's track. Then you go look at Rodriguez, Armando, Mexico. That track, it's a street course practically. I mean, there's not much change in elevation at all. There's no banking in any of the corners. You're racing around there in a very old school GT way. So 2 completely different road courses, 2 completely different tests to your patience and your strengths. Seems like Sonoma has been the better race.
Oh yeah, and as someone like me who's just not, a road course guy, Mexico definitely was the, it's difficult, but it's definitely something you could, I wouldn't say anybody could drive it like a Ratatouille, anybody can cook, but this track takes a lot more dedication to really be fast in, and in turn, it makes the racing a lot better. I feel like people, you really gotta, like you said, whip it around here, tough to pass cars, just a different feel. It would be interesting to see it all greened up, though, man. NASCAR ought to do something with that. They got to listen to you.
iRacing would have gave enough damn to come out here and see what it looked like during the beautiful weather season,
Yeah, you think they would, Then again, knowing the guys who probably scanned it wanted it to be more toward the NASCAR season than the IMSA and the other seasons, but we should have both. I think we need to get on the forums, petition for that.
Maybe it depends on what track configuration you pick. If you pick like a GT configuration, you get the nice green. If you pick the NASCAR configuration, you race when it's yellow.
The desert, yeah. Someone who doesn't road course race has a good question. I'm not sure about that.
Well,
that would be pretty cool, though.
I agree. We don't really have any close battles on track. We got some cars that are close to each other, mixed with how many lap downs they may be. Right now, Justin Thompson, 1.8 seconds off of Lil Pierce. This is your closest gap on track. We saw Justin get around Lilith before. Looks like he's on par to try to do it again. But I think the difference this time around, Lilith has a 4-lap advantage on the
missed
tire.
The corner there.
So, yeah, I think Lilith is actually starting to pull away from Thompson now that we look at the time. Justin Thompson making his return, kind of a part-time season. But a little loose down there downhill. I think he's probably having fun right now, just drifting around as we get to the end of this race.
I think, again, he's one of those guys that I'm pretty sure has got to make another pit stop. So he's probably just out there giving it his all, giving it what he can. And like I said, I'm surprised with the tire fall off, a little more than usual. So these things are definitely, you whip these tires wrong, he looks a little loose. You may have burned them off.
Yeah, he is really sawing at that wheel, missing some marks. How much do we got to pay race control to just throw a yellow for fun?
Well, that's a good question. I'll tell you, race control may be because Justin is in charge of that as well, and as you know, he a little lack of funds lately. Do we even have race control tonight? Is he here?
I don't know who race control is. I thought it was I don't know who is race control.
Is Mr. Joseph Penn, and I don't see him in the race control booth, so it's possible we have a situation where he wasn't paid and he's not here.
Told not to show up. Well, he's currently clocking 7 hours and 7 minutes of a game called Volanta. So
ooh.
I think he's just locked in on that. I knew he didn't have to show up tonight. I hope maybe race control is watching. Shout outs.
Shout out to Joseph Penn. As a matter of fact, I'll give a shout out. Shout out to Connecticut, man. He's from Connecticut, one of very few out there that I've met who on iRacing who are. So he and I share that, as well as Mr. Russo. That's a trio.
Thing I've ever heard in my broadcasting career. Shout out Connecticut.
Shout out Connecticut.
My boss is never gonna believe me. Shout out Connecticut live on
the state. The state is not good. I don't recommend you visit. No, I wouldn't recommend. If someone's like, hey, should I visit Connecticut? I'd probably say
is it
no.
Salem Speedway in Connecticut?
No. We've got Thompson and Lime Rock. Where's
Salem? I thought Salem was Connecticut. I guess
I think that's Mass. I think that's Massachusetts. That's just over the
Massachusetts.
border. Yep.
Yeah. Honestly,
near where the witch trials are.
I like Lime Rock.
I do. I used to go there a bunch as a kid, and I'm hoping to get to the truck race this summer. Obviously with the broken shoulder, we'll see how that goes. But was hoping to get there last year as well, but it fell too close to. I go up to the Pocono race for a good week. I spend a good week in the Poconos and get all messed up, and it's a great time. And so last year, I think that was the weekend after. So I came back and I was like, I need some time off. Can't do it. But this year it fell. I believe it falls early June. I think it falls it falls in July this year. It falls a month after Pocono. So I was thinking about going. Lime Rock's a hell of a time, man. Great road course. It's all pretty much the only thing in Connecticut. Yes.
Which I don't know about you, but when I race Lime Rock in the trucks and I go up that big hill, I feel like the damn thing tries to go airborne. At least it's super light. I wonder what we're going to see with those guys.
I'm honestly, I forgot what I had run a league race there in these Gen 4 cars, and we were getting airborne there. So I don't know how you keep them on the ground. Maybe some shock adjustments, but if you're going fast enough, it'll definitely get some air there. I've witnessed. You can, back when I would go, you can bring kind of whatever. It'd be like the classic car competition, and people had some mobiles out there, and they were getting air. Let me tell you. That was some good stuff. Got about 10 laps to go here. Jared leading by about 3 seconds. I still think Dayton's got a pit. He's about 10 seconds over Ethan. If he doesn't make a mistake, this thing's in the bag, Rowdy.
Next time by, 9 to go once he gets to this flag stand. And you know what? Let's just hang on. On board, Jared Ray Hunton. Let's watch him attack Sonoma. Why is he so fast? Let's see if we can see any tips and tricks here on board. Let me know if you notice anything, Kyle. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Got to get around Flanagan. Oh, Flanagan gives him room.
He does. Well, I can already tell. He looks like he's way more stable with the steering wheel than Justin was. The car definitely handling a lot better.
He's going to pass Nathan Jurgensen, who's running 11th at the moment. So lapping up to the top 10 right now for Jared Ray Hunton. And like we said, we expect more because of the failed pit strategies of some. Chris Heller, nose is destroyed on the 16.
Oh, no.
He leaves the front bumper in the middle of the corner. The car's plowing. He's going to have to pull it off. This is going to be a tow.
Well, right in front of the leader, too, so I don't... Man, now 10th lap down. Man, wonder what happened to Chris. That's heavy damage.
Let's take a look at the incident report out of Chris Heller. Chris Heller running behind Justin Ray.
Oh! Wow.
It's not over. Still hitting. Let's try and look at it again.
Loose on the rumble strip. Yep.
Dang.
Man. That looks like it killed the left front.
Corrects the car, but there's the tire barrier there. Oh. Man, yeah.
He was running well, too.
And he did make it to pit road. Not a tow, but Oh, man, with just under 10 to go. That sucks to see.
It does, and that thing, for sure, heavy repair there. The left front looked like it was about 90 degrees to the left there. Not good.
Not good indeed. It's Jared Ray Hunton, P2. Dayton Taylor, we expect to have to hit pit road.
I'll tell you
Ethan
what, the
again,
Hellerec.
third.
Hellerec, one more spot. Mr. Jacob Elysia, P11, sneaking in, trying to get to that top 10.
Yeah, and we know he's good to the end. Dayton Taylor will have to pit. Justin Thompson will have to pit. That's 9th for Elysia. So, well, I guess the strategy did work out. I'll take credit.
Yeah, it's definitely going to work out for him here. And like you said, part of that strategy, making sure you just keep it clean, keep it on track. He's done a great job today.
I don't know why, but a rush of questions have just hit the live chat. We got who was worse, Stalin or Hitler? Who did 9/11? And then message retracted, thanks to YouTube censorship. Well, I guess how do we feel about the Boston bombing? Okay. Yeah, looks like some of the race fans right now are a little bored of this race. They want to hear us spice it up. Jacob Elysia on the way to the liquor store. Now that I can agree with.
I'll give a
Thoughts
shout
on the
out to
Boston bombing, Kyle? You're from that area.
You know, I was in Florida when that happened, so I had to go through extra TSA security on the way back. So I wasn't a big fan of what happened there. I'll give you that one. But and then on the other one, let's give a shout out to George Bush. I'll leave it right there.
For the Boston bombing or 9/11?
No. Well, you know what? You never know. But for the 9/11 one.
See, I've done my research. I'm a little bit more red-pilled. I've kind of grown out of the whole Bush to 9/11. Let's just make sure everybody knows it was Israel and Mossad, and we'll leave it at that, huh? Hopefully All-American Cup Series doesn't get banned after that.
Don't forget, though, George bought and paid for by them.
Here comes the Palantir drone to blow up my stall. 6 to go for Jared Ray Hutton.
I do hear something circling my house as well right now. I'm getting a little worried.
Oh, no.
They found us, Rowdy.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're guilty by association with me, so I'm sorry. One time in the booth with me, and I just ruined your life, so.
Oh, it looks like, Dayton made that pit stop. He's dropped to 5th.
Pit lap 48. But to cycle out 5th?
That's not terrible. Like I said.
What's wrong with that,
Yeah, it was one of those, he didn't think he could win where he was. Why not try and, maybe they run out. Now he's got probably fresh. No, he probably took fuel only, I guess, only 30 seconds back there. But I bet you he feels like he made the wrong strategy.
Chris Heller was back out on track. He put it in the dirt. He's going to bring it back down pit road again. Try to fix a little bit more. But he's trying. Crash report, Justin Thompson.
Oh, no.
He has stopped off the track. He has towed. The night is over for Thompson.
Oh, and that's another hard hit. Looked like right up in that same spot. Turns 1 and 2 here. Oh, wait. Oh, no.
It happened at the flag
What
stand. That's as far as back as we can go. I'm going to go back maybe further if I need. Whoa, what's going on there?
Whoa. Well, that seems like that was the first contact.
What
in the world?
happened? Fall asleep?
Huh.
Do you think he was that upset about having to pit again that he decided that he was going to go out on his own terms?
It's possible. I guess he's not really running for points at this point. He said, well, I guess my race is over.
I don't mean to be like a little snitch crybaby because I'm more amused than I am upset, but is that penalty worthy? What are the rules? I mean, he's not drawing a yellow on purpose because you can't, but I guess self-inflicted gunshot wounds. Can you really blame somebody else? Good for
Yes, he didn't.
him.
Yeah. I mean, he kept it out of everybody's way. I'll give him that. Man, yeah, I don't know. I think I just went back and looked. It didn't look like he had any off tracks or anything like that either. So, yeah, I think he just said, "No, I'm gonna have to pit, so I'm gonna call it on my own terms."
To quote Dylan Hervitson in the live chat, Kyle Busch at Daytona ass wreck.
Oh, now that's true. Hopefully Justin's all right. Justin does have some ankle problems, so hopefully he's all right over there. It was a tough lick.
You want to interview him?
Let's bring him in.
Justin, Kyle, and Rowdy up in the booth. First of all, are you okay? That was a hard hit.
Yeah, mouse fell off the mouse tray, hit the Windows key, and tabbed me.
You're
Oh.
bullshitting us. No way. What?
Yep.
Say
Mouse
that
fell off
again. Just the, way you said.
The mouse fell off the mouse tray, landed on the Windows key, and tabbed me out of the sim.
Oh, man.
That is a first for me. I have never seen or heard that before. Justin, you've just made iRacing history. We're submitting this to the top 10. What do you think?
Meh. Okay.
Okay. We'll send him back down. I don't think he's telling the truth, but we'll let that stick.
It could have been, but I don't know. I think that was more of a this race is over situation, and he just wanted to get off the racetrack. But I'll tell you what that did do.
I like that, by the way. That the best story you can come up with.
we gave him a couple of minutes to think about it. I mean, he had to know it was coming. I mean, but one thing it did do was put up Jacob in 10th. He's P10. The strategy has worked out.
Oh, Alicia. This is awesome to see. Now that is Curtis White behind him. Curtis White third right now in the lead laps. That's not for position. I think that's what Alicia wanted.
That's just what like I said, let him drop out. Some guys, like I said, there are some guys that were in the top 10 that are kind of known to make some late race mistakes. And, I think we just interviewed one of them, so.
Jared Ray Hutton next time by. 2 laps to go for the Hutton. And this is going to be a popular win. Now, I will say this, Kyle. I did not get as fucked up as I thought I'd be. Maybe because I have a large tolerance now to alcohol. Maybe I am fucked up and my ego says I ain't. But he voted no. Him and Jeremy Flanagan voted no on the poll as if I should get fucked up tonight. And I'm pretty upset about that. We'll have to bully him for that. But you're on your pain meds. I think you smoked a bowl or two. So we're having one heck of a time up here in this booth.
Yeah, and I know Jared. He just wanted to make sure we were in tip-top shape for when he brought home this win. But I think the more fucked up we are, the better shape we're in. So I think he was wrong on that one, but he was right on the racetrack because he's damn fast today, putting ass whooping on these boys.
Jared Ray Hutton, next time by, 1 to go. And I think this is an awesome run to see. He is a fairly popular guy. Enjoyed talking to him. The more I get to hang around the server, the more people that I get to meet. But before we get all caught up in post-race celebrations, hugs, kisses, and tears, I will say, Kyle, you've been a blast in the booth, and you've done exceptionally well, much better than I kind of expected when a random guy DMs me going, hey, can I join the booth? I broke my shoulder. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, sure, you've done an amazing job. You can convince me you've had real-life experience doing this deal, so... White flag one more time around for Jared Ray Hutton. 12-second lead over Ethan again.
Yeah, no, thank you, Rowdy. I've always kind of joked with Casey, like, yeah, if you need a broadcaster, maybe I'll retire and do it. I've always been something I'm interested in. So hey, I got 2 more weeks here on the men's. So if you're looking for a guest, I'm all for it, man.
2 more weeks on the meds. Yeah. So did you ask your doctor, like, hey, you gonna take me out of the race car, or can I sim race?
Yeah, no, I didn't bring up the sim race. He did tell me not to drive any golf carts in the near future, but no, I mean I could probably give it a shot, but I'm gonna let it heal right. I'm gonna come back right, and I'm having a good time watching. Like you said, the point season's over anyway for me, so might as well enjoy myself, have a damn good time up here. It's been a great time.
I'm having a damn good time. One last question before we get back to the start-finish line in this race. Coke or Pepsi? Says one of the drivers in the chat.
I'm probably more of a Coke guy, but I don't mind a Pepsi myself. Either or. Usually it's like a Coke, and they're like, "Is Pepsi okay?" And it's like, "Sure, it is. It's all right." But tell you what, Here we come off a turn, the last corner, and it's Jared Ray Hutton finally getting it done. Looks like he.
Hell yes, Jared. Let's go.
We did it!
Yes.
Let's go!
Well, I don't mean to cut you off, Kyle, but I typically do this thing where I join the call of the winning team as they cross the line and to kind of
That's
listen to
right.
the celebration. You saw it. Jared Ray Hunt stomped on the brake just to troll a
He
little
did.
bit. Oh, my gosh. But, yeah, Jared Ray Hutton wins. It was a good celebration. Ethan, again, excited for him. Of course, again, finishes
Oh,
second.
he's a teammate, yes.
1-2.
Huge night for Iconic. That's right. Good for those boys. Uh-oh.
P3 goes to Curtis White. Fourth will be league owner Casey Carrington. Dayton Taylor, give him a little tuggy-wuggy. Sixth place, Lilith Peters. Seventh, Michael Mullins as he crosses the line. Eighth, Andrew Skelnick.
Yeah, final car on the lead lap.
Nathan Jurgensen. Behind him, Jacob Alicia. Hey, hold on. Can we get a pass for position coming to the checkered? It could happen. Come on, get there, Alicia. Pass for ninth. Can he get there?
Oh, we drove it in deep right there.
What are you going to do? Wall ride.
Oh, that's right. They're a lap down. The race is over.
Oh, okay. I got excited.
I did too. It looked like they were racing pretty hard.
Top three finishers join each other just past the start-finish line. I don't know if they're going to do a group burnout or not. Jared Ray Hutton will start to burn it down just at the bottom of the S's, and Ethan again will join him. Awesome sight to see.
Definitely going to be a pretty popular win right here. Jared finally gets one in victory lane. A lot of P2s.
Let's talk to him. Jared Ray Hutton, Rowdy, and Kyle up in the booth. Congratulations. P1 at Sonoma.
Thanks, guys. I'm exhausted.
But what's it like to lead every competitive lap at Sonoma, with the exception of pit cycles? If you guys didn't have to pit for fuel, every lap was yours. You were so fast, and there was some worry about having to outrun Whitley. Even your own teammate Ethan again shows some speed. How do you get it down to a track like this?
I mean, we knew what we kind of wanted to do strategy-wise going in, and early on when Ethan was fighting with Mark, we saw Mark get a lot of use out of his tires early on, start to burn him. I had the opportunity to build a gap and start saving fuel, and from there it just kind of all fell into our hands. It usually doesn't happen that way, so it's nice for it to happen for once.
Nice for it to happen for once. Jared Ray Hutton, winner at Sonoma, Season 11, Race 11. Congratulations, Jared.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, good run, Jared.
We'll send him back down. We'll grab his teammate finishing B2. Kyle, lead this one again up in the booth.
Yeah, Ethan, me and Rowdy up in the booth. Great run tonight from you and your teammate Jared there. P2. Great strategy, great run. Tell us about it.
It was really fun. I mean, road courses are always, what I'm good at. Same for Jared. And first of all, congrats to Jared. Long-awaited win for him, definitely deserved. But yeah, it was a good run. We saved fuel at the beginning of the stints, and then just went on from there. And luckily, it was the good call and brought it home 1-2 for the team.
Yeah, good job. You guys, like I was saying it, you guys waited long enough to pit, made the right call there where you had to do just the 2 stops as opposed to some of the others, and had it played good. You guys were fast all race, and man, congratulations, man. Iconic 1-2.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Then again, back down, rounding out your top 3. Curtis White, quiet but good day. Can't complain about a top 3. Let's talk to him. Curtis, Kyle, and Rowdy up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you guys.
All right, Curtis, top 3 here at Sonoma. Was this a challenging day for you? We saw you have an incident or 2. You had to battle back, fighting for position. Talk about Sonoma.
I think you might have got me mixed up with somebody else. My race was pretty clean.
All right.
No, but like I'll answer the first part. It definitely was a challenge. I mean, anytime we go to a road course, it's always going to be tough. I didn't feel like I was going to be as fast as Jared, Dayton, all those guys. So I just kind of went into this race committed to a two-stop strategy, knowing that we weren't going to have any yellows. So I just kind of ran the pace that I knew I was capable of, and did a couple of short shifts so I can get like an extra lap or two. And yeah, pretty much it.
Yeah, saw you, Casey, Dayton, kind of running around each other all race. Dayton obviously had the wrong strategy there, though. So congrats on getting in front of him there, getting that P3. Ran well today, Curtis.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I held him off longer than I thought I would that first stint, but once I saw him pit like as early as he did, I'm like, okay, he's definitely going to try to 3-stop. And I almost lost to Skelnick, and then after I came out of the pits the final time, he spun right in front of me, and
That's
scared
right.
the crap out of me. But yeah, I'm happy with the result today, and also congrats to Jared. He was class of the field. Both him and Ethan were amazing.
Do you feel like there was a real challenge to the fuel economy in this race? We saw some guys have to make an extra stop. Did you feel like that was going to be a hurdle for you, or did you understand at the beginning of the race that you had to save to make it a 2-stopper?
I knew that was the plan that I wanted to come in with at the start of it. I was worried because when I was practicing early in the week, I kind of had a hard time making it with some sort of like cushion. But during the race, when it came to like the time that I wanted to pit, I'm like, oh, I got like a whole lap left. So it ended up going better than I expected. So I just made sure to stay out of trouble, keep hitting my marks, don't make any stupid mistakes, navigate the traffic the best I could. Everyone did a really good job minding their P's and Q's out there. So yeah, I mean, I knew it was going to be a challenge, but I think after that first stop, I think that eased the tension a bit, and I could just like kind of ride from there.
Alrighty, congratulations, Curtis, on the top 3. We're going to send you back down. Well, Kyle Ether, this is one heck of a night and a great surprise to have you up here. Great race. Thank you so much for joining me here at Sonoma Race 11, Season 11, the All-American Cup Series.
Oh, hell yeah, it was a great time. Anytime, Rowdy. This was fun. Like I said, I'm on the mend for the next, for the rest of this season. I'll probably pick it back up as a driver next season. So, yeah, this is a great time, and man, you do a great job, and I can't wait to watch this one back.
I can't wait to watch this one back as well. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in on this Thursday night. Same time, same place. Next week, Nashville, the Tennessee 200. Have a good night.